What's up, everybody? I forgot to mute my actual audio here. Let's go ahead and get to it. What's up? How's everybody doing? Sorry, I realized I needed my wireless mic pack, and I was trying to find batteries, so hopefully this doesn't cut out or the batteries die, or I'm going to be running to the house to go pick up some batteries. So let me just test my small camera here. We should be good. Oh, it's inverted. I think I changed that when I was shooting a video here. Let me change this. ELP cam. Oh no. Hang on. Properties. Transform. Rotate 180. All right. So there we go. All right. So we got our small cam working. We got our main cam. I don't think, well, we might need the monitor actually. So there we go. All right. That's all working. We are ready. So today we're going to go over the Anet A8 Plus, which is their predecessor to the famous Anet A8, and that printer is famous for multiple reasons. It's a very hot item in the 3D printing community, especially a couple of years ago. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna have to ask Aaron if they know where my guys put my my batteries, because I bought a bunch of rechargeable batteries on Prime Day, and it was with the intent of putting them in these mic packs. And I see my AA's here, but I do not, or I see my AAA's here, but I do not see my AA's anywhere. But that's okay. I got 2 sets of Duracells here, so I do have backup batteries. Actually, I'm just gonna switch these now because I don't want. Oh, these are alkalines, anyways. Okay, we might be fine. But anyways, I got spare batteries for the mic. I do not know where my little Logitech keyboard is. I also have, can you guys hear me still? Hopefully the audio on these should be better, and I should get better range because we're no longer in a condo with a million different wireless signals competing for the 2.4 gigahertz space. But in terms of finding my keyboard, it looks like all hope is lost. I'm really disappointed. I have a Logitech one of those little $20 wireless ones with a trackpad. It's usually what I use when I'm streaming, but luckily I have a wireless mouse. So let's get this thing up on the bench here. I've had this sitting for a couple weeks since they released their source code. We went ahead and bought this machine. TH3D paid full price for this. I did it as a gesture. We do not need this machine for our farm or anything else. But I told them if they complied with the GPL source code, we would start doing reviews again. We would start recommending them. And I bought this one and the E16 at the same time. So we also have the E16, which will be coming up later on. Not in this stream, but later on in general. I'm just going to move my Stream Deck box over this way. We got half battery, so we're good there. All right. And I got my Life water bottle filled with water from my RO system. Is the audio better now? I should probably pull it up. I usually pull it up on my phone. Let me just double check here. These mic packs have been pretty decent, to be completely honest. Let's see here. Home. Am I going to show up on my own YouTube homepage? Hey, I am. They actually recommended it. Better now? Okay. It sounds fine. All right. So, actually, let me make sure my phone is on silent. And that my door is locked so nobody bothers us. All right. As you guys can see, we have the wreath. It's back. You can all stop commenting on my videos about the damn wreath. I'm just saying. So, let's get to it. Let me play with my little camera here. Let's switch over to the small cam. And we're going to get into some sexy-ish unboxing here. Let me make sure we're all focused as good as we can. I've got a manual focus and aperture on this, so... Oh boy. Come on. There we go. Oh, that's my zoom. I'm special, apparently. I was adjusting the zoom instead of the focus, which is not what I want to do. Oh, what's up, Jim? I see you're hard at work today. All right. Now, all I did was open this box to see that everything was in one piece for the most part. I didn't actually take anything out of this. I just kind of opened this up and was like, oh, okay. You know, just lifted up the material. So, all right. I've got a safety warning card here. Prevent electrical shock. Prevent burns. Beware of fire. Isn't that true with Anets? Beware of fire. Yes. The current of some key components, such as heating bed, is larger. Please make sure all terminals are securely fastened in the course of installation and used to avoid spark and the potential fire hazard that may cause by a loose terminal. Beware of pinching. And we have a warranty card. It says this warranty card is one of three guarantees for after-sale service. It's only valid with the seal of the seller. Does not say... It does not say like what it actually is. Now there's an actual QC stamp on Alright, are you guys still with me? You guys still with me here? Please be with me. For some reason, the wireless mic packs are not working. Both of them are not working. So, I don't know what that's all about. Are we back? Hello. Okay. So, we're going to have to use a Yeti. I don't like using the Yeti because it gets in the way because it's big. All right. You said it's low. How's this? Is that any better? Here, let me put it on omnidirectional. Is that better? All right. Well, this is what we're gonna have to roll with. So, on with the unboxing. We went through the little guides, so bam. My Yeti volume is up as far as it goes. So I mean my levels seem okay. Let me hang on. That's as high as the microphone itself goes. Without actually artificially boosting it. I'll just talk louder. I'm not good at talking loud at all. So, we've got the bed and the bottom frame here. They actually got some little corner brackets here for the extrusion. I'm going to go ahead and take this out of here. And set this off to the side. All right, let's see what other goodies we got in here. We've got a PLA sample. We all know what to do with this. We've got some Chinese condoms. We've got some limit switches, USB card, or USB SD, which will never be going in my printer, or computer, I mean. A poorly printed fan duct, but I guess it'll work. I totally forgot the dog was in here. She's just laying down under the desk. Tools. Let's see here. Power cord. LCD screen with cables and a nice metal enclosure. We've got the control board here. The little spiral wrap. I don't mind this stuff. A spool holder that is really... Oh man, look at that. That's more warped than my sense of humor. This looks like the LCD holder. Looks like it's magnetic. Your run-of-the-mill... Oh, there's stuff... Oh. Well, something just fell out of the power supply. This is 24 volts, 15 amps, so the main wells will probably be able to fit in here. But we have a fused holder with a switch. And then a bundle of cables here. Claire's not on the staff page. I wanted to put her on there as security. All right, so I'm going to take this out. Without breaking the thing. Oh man. Well, there's one of the screws that fell out of the power supply. Set this on the floor for now. I'm gonna grab. Okay, I think these came off the PSU brake because I got one screw and a T-nut, two screws and a T-nut. Okay, that's it. I got a piece of wood. Never got that before in a printer unless it was made out of wood. Spool holder. And I think that's it. All right, well, thanks for watching the review. This has been the unboxing of the Anet A8 Plus, and I will catch you guys on the next stream. Happy printing! Just kidding. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. All right. Now, where does the Chinese manual say that we start? Let's find out here. Also, shameless plug, we sell this shirt in our shop. Bam. So whenever someone asks you for that STL file in one of the groups, you can just send them a selfie when you're wearing this shirt. All right, let's see here. They have a part list here. I'm just going to go over here. They give you 2 actual replacement fuses. I do have to... Okay. Oh, these are finger cots. They're not Chinese condoms. Okay. So these are to protect my fingers. So we're going to go ahead and put these on here. Let's see here. We want to protect the assembly of this beautiful machine. Although when I put these on, I forgot to pinch the tip. So remember, you guys gotta pinch the tip and then roll it down to the base. Oh, this one has a hard time going over my fat American thumbs. Okay, guys, ready? Can I get a nice cough? All right, let's see here. Just a diagram, nothing special. All right, so they want us to bolt the top to the bottom here. So now that we got our fingers adequately protected, I'm gonna cheat and not use their tools. It looks like everything's in there, but I'm going to go ahead and use my little motorized screwdriver here instead. This was not sent as a sponsor item, so I'm not going to give them a plug. All right, so M5x20, that's what these are. The bags are actually labeled, so I'm going to need 4 of these M5x20s. And I know, you know what, don't have a magnetic tray, so there we go. We're going to use that. And what hex drive am I going to need for this? I'm assuming probably a 3. Nope, we're going to go one step up. Do I got a 4 in here? I better have a 4 in here. How is there not a 4 in here? Or am I blind? I'm probably blind. Huh. Wait, up. Oh, wait, no. Okay, I'm reading these in the wrong direction. That's why it looked like there wasn't one in here. All right. What's up, Tor? I'm going to put all the other parts in this bin. Look at us getting organized. I think Aaron's rubbing off on me. All right. So, let's put the top on. Put these on here. Now, it says to put the 2 screws in. It does not say. It does not actually show a picture of what's the word I'm looking for? It does not show a picture of attaching these, but obviously we're gonna need to attach these to the uprights. And of course that's a different screw. So alright, I already got the bit on there. What are you doing, Clara? My dog's sitting here scratching herself. Those Tesla guys? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, I don't think that cross-threaded. I just think it was just not threaded very well. Are any of us surprised, though? Let's be honest. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Tesla filament. Alright. There we go. Now I'm going to attach the bolts for the little 90-degree brackets here. Oh, that's a little too short. Or a little too small, I should say. Nope, that's not it either. 2.5, is that our magic number here? Yes, it is. Now, I'm just backing this out because the T-nut needs to actually go into the extrusion. There we go. These things magnets aren't very strong that hold the bits in. Alright, go and snug that up. Alright. Go ahead and put that back so I know where that's at. Alright. Oh man, I tore one of my finger condoms. One of my finger condoms is already torn. Let's see here. Alright, next thing we're going to do is put the limit switch on. Oh man. This bit me. Because now I have to dig. Alright. I'm assuming this is the Z that's on. There's one that's on a bracket here. I'm assuming this is Z. It's got some T-nuts. It looks like it would be used on the Z. I am going to use our little screwdriver for the end stop because I don't want to strip out everything. But in case everybody's wondering, your standard run-of-the-mill parts, blue side cutters that I already have a million of, a ruler, probably for leveling our bed, and then a Phillips screwdriver, some hex wrenches, and a regular wrench. But it looks like, yeah, this one flips. This is actually kind of nice. You push it down, and then you can change tips here. But only the tip gets changed, just the tip. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... do you guys want the small camera or the overhead shot? What do you guys want? What money shot you guys want? Let's see here. Can we get in there? Get all up in there. Oh no, let's not there we go. Alright, there we go. So we're putting the X end stop on. Obviously it's gonna go here because you want this to contact. If I put it the opposite way, it's not going to contact. So let's go ahead and put the X end stop on. Now these parts are injection molded on the X gantry. The motherboard is their new Anet board, which we will go over once we get to that step. But how's everybody doing today? You guys want to hear my beautiful voice droning on about stuff that really doesn't matter, or do you want me to put some 8-bit music on that we actually had permission to use from the author? Alright, and it's also saying to mount the power supply, which I then need those screws that were in the bottom of this bin. I'm probably going to need my 2.5 again. Yes, I do. All right, so our power supply is going to go on the right side of the machine here, right here. All right, there we go. How you guys like this little camera setup here? Is it better than when I had the tripod bouncing around? Oh no, it's an official stream. I dropped something. Just call me Linus. These finger condoms make it really hard to put this stuff on here. See some plastic left on here. All right. So what's everybody up to today? What are you guys printing? I've been printing stuff for a blinds project video, which you guys can see here. I have this on like my bench supply right now till my AC adapters come in. So I'm going to turn that on so I can show it off real quick. I'll show it off probably when we're doing the test print here. Assuming we get that far. Let's just be honest. Oh, also, just to be safe, I also have this right next to me. And that's a halon extinguisher, so that's more like pointing at the fire, hold your breath, point at the fire, and then get the hell out of the room because it sucks all the oxygen out. But it does not damage the equipment. There's no powder. All right, I'm assuming this goes on like this. That's what the picture shows. Except this is a little difficult with how they have, because the screws need to go in. They show the screws already on it. So, but the screws need to go in, and this needs to fit over the corner bracket, which I think it will. Yeah, well, okay, hang on. There we go. All right. Took a little finessing here. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like how this printer looks. I'm hoping it doesn't suck. And you know what's great about the fact that we bought this is I really don't have to be... Well, I'm not really super nice just because someone gave us a printer anyways, but I really don't have to give a crap about, like, pissing them off because they didn't even send us a machine. These screws are definitely too long for this. That one wasn't, but these are just a hair too long. All right, I just gotta really torque those down. All right, there we go. Clara Bear, the people want to see you. Hang on, let me see if I can get her to come up. Clara, come here. Come on. Come on, up. Up. Come on. Come on. Here's a good girl. Yeah, so Clara is now 55 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, we're now 55 pounds. We're not We're not a little puppy anymore. Yeah. This is the shop dog. She does not like being held very much, as you can tell. She tolerates it for about 10 seconds, and then she freaks out. I know, look at the finger condoms. Whoa, what is this? Dad, your fingers smell weird. Alright, is my mouse gonna work? Don't ever buy a Corsair mouse. Their keyboards are great, their mice suck. Alright. Okay. Claire, I'm trying to move my leg. Can you lay down? Can you lay down? Big girl and lay down. Yeah, she's a German Shepherd. I actually got her. Oh, you guys can't see me. I'm gonna switch back to the small cam. Anyways, I actually got her from Cody John of the. Oh God. Drop it. Drop. Girl, not right now. You can play with this later. I actually got her from Cody of the CR10 group. He actually breeds German Shepherds occasionally, so we got her from him. All right. Enough of that sidebar. No, go lay down. Lay down. Good girl. She's only 6 months old. Nope, she's not listening. All right, so they want us to put the Z limit switch on, and it looks like it goes, they got a little circle here, goes on the front left side of the machine. I'm gonna go ahead and move this up. Oh, these aren't even these aren't even screwed in. I mean, I guess that's best for shipping now that I think about it. Just let me get some more height on this. Do you guys like this camera where it's on the arm here? Just want to get your guys' opinions. All right, so it says 80 millimeters from the bottom to the top here, which they did give us a ruler. That's probably what the ruler is for, to make sure you actually have things properly spaced. So I'm going to put it 80 millimeters up. All right, let me bring that up so you guys can actually see. So that means I need to put that right about there. Oh man. So I don't think the T-nuts are able to go both vertical at the same time because they're so close. Oh, it's tight. I don't think they're going to rotate though once they're in the extrusion. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Oh man. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. We got one in. Oh man. Oh, I got two in. All right, we're good. Just make sure we're at 80. Yep. I'm definitely gonna have to send this back. I just got this from Amazon, and it doesn't always click into the forward position. So the nice thing is, by nature of how they designed this Z end stop, it's adjustable, so that's good. Nice, satisfying click. It's okay, Llama. We're prepared. We're good. Just in case. Alright, so now we have to tighten the couplers. That's what they want us to do next, is tighten the couplers. I'm actually going to use their stuff for this small stuff. I'm not going to use the drill. Chinese hand drill. Assembling a Chinese printer. Alright, so I'll make sure that these are, it says it should make sure they're all the way in the coupler. I can already tell you right now, the upgraded couplers we sell will fit this, and I will be putting them on here after the stream because I hate springy couplers. Alright, so I'm just going to tighten these springy couplers up. Like I said, I'm not a fan of these. We sell, they're called upgraded lead screw couplers, and these will fit the this will fit this printer. And I will be putting them on because this, hopefully, if this thing actually works, it will go on the farm. I'm hopeful it might look like the Anet mounts might work for our sensors, which would be handy. All right, so it says to open the motherboard casing before we install it here. So here's the motherboard casing. I need to like put Loctite on this so I can just like grab the camera and rotate it instead of having to readjust it every single time. But I got this camera specifically because it has a manual zoom and focus, meaning I can get more control on this. So it says to remove these 4 screws here, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, can I get a roll call? Everybody type hi in the chat. I want to see what we got here. We got 82 people watching. You guys must be really bored at work today. Or you're not in the US. One of 2 things. I'm just waiting. I just realized I did not eat anything today, and I'm getting kind of hungry. We got 3D Medic Vince, Edutac, Dels Logos, 3D Printing, Canadian Maker Project, David Houghton, Jake from State Farm, Matt Peters, 3 Claws, I might have said that, Michael Morey, Brandon Whip, someone named Hey Hey, real original name there, Tanner 3D, we got Tor Blaseby, oh, I hate that guy, Paul Cumber, Brian Vines, Tony Reek, Robbie Mack, Mario Aguirre, Derek Martin, Blasta Supreme, 3D Printing Llama, Andrei Zamanov, hopefully I said that right, probably not, Brandon Whip, Minnesota Maker, John Strand, Larry Chambliss, Dubbed Out, oh man, I'm trying not to sneeze right now because they're insane. I sneeze like I'm exercising a demon. Oh boy. I'm gonna try my best not to blow your guys' ears out. Okay. Oh man. All right. It says to put the hot end blower on, so I'm going to do that. This looks a little like got banged up and shipping a little bit. Does this even fit? Okay, there we go. Man, this takes me back. All right, so it says to remove the screws, which I did. Here's the board if you guys want to see it. And this is why I got this camera, is because now I can focus it without having to mess with software. So this is being dubbed their 1.7. Now this is a 1284p chip. I'm going to assume this is going to need the bootloader, which can be flashed. I'm assuming again on the J3 header, just like the original Anet boards. But if you look, they're learning. Better screw terminals. They actually got a fuse here. I like what I see. So Anet's definitely learning. This board looks a lot better than their old ones. Jake from State Farm, you definitely need to be acknowledged once every 15 minutes. You're very needy. But I don't know. Oh, you can't ban me from my own channel? Oh, that's a shame. All right, so now what we're gonna do is mount this to the rear extrusion here. Oh, this is gonna be fun. How are they showing this? Okay, like this. Trying to get these. Now, when you guys have these T-nuts like this all the way down, this is not gonna work. So just kind of give them a little twist. Because how T-nuts work, if you guys don't know, is they rotate in the extrusion, they bite onto the inner channel. And they do that by rotating. All right, that one bit. Oh, they zip tied all this stuff. I can't move the bed. Oh god. Yeah, there's one adjustment pod. It's on the Z motor, which is what they did on their previous boards. Okay, I was gonna be funny and do the whole stream with these on, but I can't even like rotate the hex wrench by pinching it. These are like the worst things ever. Or retired, yeah. Fair point. Man, I wish I was retired. That'd be great. We just found out that we have to replace our pool cover. So first world problems, but those things are expensive. I honestly wish this house did not come with a pool. And it's not an above ground pool. It's an in-ground pool, so it's not like I can just knock it down and get part of the yard back. I'm sure you guys just like, yeah, cry me a river, Tim. You have a pool. Pools are money pits. So, but if I don't fix it's got like one of those automatic covers, and if I don't fix that, it means more work for me because then it's exposed, and I also think liability reasons too. So, yeah. There goes some of my my house upgrade fund. All right. Now, it's showing to pass all the wires through here. However, unless I accidentally flipped a page, we haven't mounted anything that has wires. Okay, so it's one of these things where it's just like, okay, like they show the LCD mounted. It's like that picture you guys saw where it's like, you know, you start by drawing the head and there's like 2 circles and then it's like draw the rest of the picture. Like that's where we're at right now. So this is basically as far as the instructions go. It does tell us where things plug in and they are labeled, but there's no directions in terms of how to actually route all this stuff. You'll probably see Aaron in his knotted up shirt again if we have a pool party. I need to schedule an open house. How many people would actually come to, like, if we had an open house at the shop? You weirdos aren't coming into my house, though. That's where I draw the line. I'd be comfortable. I'd be comfortable with you guys being in the shop, though. So now this is where Tim wings it. I'm not gonna lie, even though this is a 1284p board, which is fine. Creality uses them; they get the job done. I'm kind of liking this machine already. I like the look. It's probably just me being partially nostalgic because it reminds me of the Anet A8, which was my first machine. And as terrible as that machine was, you know, it got me started. Oh, here's something nice. They are learning. They actually put epoxy or silicone. I think it's silicone. They put something in here to prevent the wires from fraying. Yeah, we're in Indiana. We're in Hobart. We don't have our address on our website anymore because we had literally people showing up at our door unannounced, so we had to get a PO box. I had someone think we changed it because we were trying to be shady. No, I just don't want random strangers showing up at my house unannounced. Yeah, I don't want to accidentally shoot a customer because they just decided to show up and I'm wondering who the hell's on my property. Alright, so I'm going to connect my end stop switches here. It's definitely not hot glue. Yeah, this is an 8-bit board. They're not gonna spring for a 32-bit. And to be honest, like for right now, like 32, like okay, we sell a 32-bit board. I love our 32-bit board. Don't get me wrong. That does not mean now that all of a sudden your guys' 8-bit boards are complete garbage. They're not. Like they get the job done. Yes, you get a little bit better print quality and a little bit faster printing out of a 32-bit. However, just because the 32 bits are out does not mean 8-bit boards are trash. They still have their place. And I'd even argue that some of the 32-bit boards that are on the market are worse quality than some of the 8-bit boards because they're trying to cut costs so much. All right, so I got my Z connected. Here's my Y. The Y limit switch is already mounted. I will give them this. These connectors they put on the end stops, they're just little spade connectors, and these fit a lot better than the E10. It feels like good quality. Like, it feels like they actually took the time. I think when Anet kind of just disappeared, they sat down and took the time to actually do some things correctly and learn from all their mistakes, to be completely honest, because, like, they redesigned their board because they knew that the old ones, the screw terminals, were terrible. The board looks good. It looks like it's good quality. You know, like, Anet used to be the leader in these cheap printers, and then Creality came along and dethroned them. I mean, honestly, it'd be kind of cool to see Anet make a comeback. You know, in all honesty, I don't know about you guys, but now that they released their source code, that was the only thing that was holding me back from recommending them, or not recommending them, but well, yeah, recommending them, but from featuring on the channel. So it's like I was curious about this AA Plus, so. The Easy board only works with the Creality machines right now. Now, technically, it is in Marlin, so you could use it with whatever printer you want. But we don't have the firmware set up for anything but the Creality machines. But it's a 3D printer board. It's universal. That's how all this stuff is. Now, it says pass the lines of the extruder X limit switch and X axis motor through the square hole on the main board mask as shown in the picture. Oh, through the top here. Okay, well, I'm glad I read that. So they actually have a cutout here in the top for the X. Where's my X cable? That's not the X cable, that's the E. That's my heated bed. X motor. And I'm just going to set this off to the side and put these on last. Hey Tor, do you ever think that maybe the stream's on a delay and I answer before you do? Mind blown. Alright, now we have dual Z stepper outputs on the board. They're labeled 1 and 2, but they're wired in parallel, just like all these other boards, so it does not matter if you put 1 into 1 or 2 into 2. Does not make a difference. Just plug in the second Z motor cable in. Route this all through the holes like they say, and then we'll go through and I'll go crazy with zip ties later. Now they want all the other stuff, so all our hot end stuff's going to pass through this bottom one. I'm going to get my Y connected. Like, why am I doing this? All right, Y motor's connected. What else we got? We got the bed. Let's get the bed wired up. That's got a nice solid connection. I like that. All right, bed thermistor connected. And now I need to see what screw terminal. Oh, it's the very last one. So you got the one closest to the towers, and that is the input, and then two middle ones are your hot end, and the end one's your bed. They did not label positive and negative on the bed and the hot end, which doesn't really matter. I just like to see that, especially when you're connecting a MOSFET up. But the power input terminal is labeled. All right. So they do have little crimp connectors on here. They appear to be attached well, so that's good. They're learning, so they learned that, hey, these connectors burn up if you don't use the proper connectors. So they have the proper connectors now, which is good. I don't think they do on the hot end, but not that big of a deal for the hot end. It's only pulling like, I think like 2 amps, if that, at 24. So it'll probably be fine putting the wires underneath it. Oh man. Okay. Here's our main power input. Make sure I get positive and negative correct. They are labeled on the board, so that's good. All right, negative line. You guys aren't missing anything crazy. I'm just putting a little fork terminal under these screw terminals on the board. Don't dash his hopes yet. I am hopeful, okay? I'm not always pessimistic about these machines, only sometimes. Now the question is, do I have enough cable to route them over the top? Because this doesn't have a Bowden tube. So the question is, what's the way I want to mount these so I don't get spaghetti? I do not have enough to go over, so we're gonna go. Oh, look at the picture. How do they have this? Ah, okay. They have it coming down the rail here. So they have it like mounted to the back. That's nifty. Yeah, so they have the cord mounted on the rail coming down. So I'm gonna wrap the wire with this that they include. And they did include these clips here, but I don't really have any screws to mount them to the extrusion unless they're hiding in this package somewhere. Oh boy. QC. Quick check. I'm assuming, do they want me to use the little adhesive tab things? And they definitely have the hot end cables going into here, even though it says and shows in the picture all the hot end cables coming out the bottom. So I'm going to put them in the top because that makes way more sense. Alright, so how much of this rep do I need? Alright, about this much. I'm going to cut a little long because we can always cut it shorter. All right, so we're gonna want to, now it says nothing about cutting these, but obviously the belts are zip tied so they can't move. So I want the wires to come this way towards the Z tower here. This is 24. 24 volts. So, luckily we already carry a lot of stuff for 24 volt machines. Like fans, we already have 40 millimeter fans and 50-15 fans. We have not powered it on, so unless spontaneous combustion is a feature, we will not have any smoke just yet. I don't mind this stuff. It is a pain to put on, but I do like it once it's done. What are you going to give away, an M3D? I asked Joe Spanier from River City Labs. They run a makerspace down there. I asked him if he wanted our crane quad for their makerspace, and he's like, yeah, no. I have plans for that machine, though. Plans that you guys will thoroughly enjoy and be entertained by. And that's all, well, it will probably have something to do with fire and firearms, so. I can't really think of anything else to use the machine for, and I don't feel like selling it to someone, because then if they have a problem with it, which they probably will because it's an M3D printer, I don't want them coming back at me because M3D doesn't know how to make a proper product. So, but that's $700 down the shitter. Alright, we're almost done. This is like watching paint dry, I'm sure. But for some reason, you guys stick around. I don't know. Why do people like watching my streams? Are you just waiting? Is it like a train wreck? Like, are you just waiting to see me rage at a Chinese printer doing things that it shouldn't be doing? Just curious. Anet, why couldn't you guys have your workers just wrap this? There's no reason you couldn't wrap this from the factory. I mean, obviously it's a cost thing, but come on. Price-wise on this printer, though, for I think it's like 300 bucks. There's a link down in the description, but it's under 300. Whenever I feel bad, like if we're like, you know, running behind on shipments or something, I just remind myself that somehow M3D is still in business. And then I'm not as worried. And then I get back to work. Alright, so there we go. Look at how nice that came out. Yeah, you guys are jealous. Oh boy, Aaron's in chat. I thought I had YouTube blocked on the company network. I think he's waiting to see if we got a printer to take to the gun range or if we have a printer for the print farm. So, Anet says to just kind of put in the extrusion here, which, I mean, it's not that rigid. That's the problem with it. I wonder if I could secure this somehow. Obviously, I can print it apart, but I meant factory. I don't see it factory the way that's going to happen. So I'm going to put the cables through here. And what I usually like to do, and they did include zip ties, which is nice. When you guys have this braiding here, okay, I usually put a zip tie or two at the end of it. So like on here, just keep it from like unraveling. Oh, I went a little too far off the edge. That's what you gotta be careful with. I didn't, you gotta catch it on the spiral. I did not. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave this on here to bundle these wires going into the spiral. But what I usually like to do is I'll take... Oh, hang on. I got an idea. Aha. Huzzah. Alright, and I'll put one around here. Oh yeah, Jim, Aaron is very upset that he doesn't have an Edge of Tech hat and I do. If you guys didn't notice, I'm rocking the fabulous merchandise from Jim at the Edge of Tech. So, I mean, I gotta rep him. He always pimps us on his channel. He's an okay guy. He's a little strange though. His wife's super nice though. I don't know. I don't know how he managed to get such a nice wife. Such a weird guy. That nerdy Jesus looking guy. All right. Yeah, Aaron can't have a collector's edition. He's not special enough. All right, fan 2 goes into fan 2. E-thermistor goes into the ET plug. We got an N-stuff switch for X. We've got our 5015 fan, which is fan 1. And we got our X motor. And we've got our cable, our power cables for the hot end. They're just tinned wires. Whatever. We're gonna use it stock. Hey, I just want to point out that Anet has better termination of their main power input and their bed wires than Creality does. Let that sink in. So I'm not too concerned about the hot end wires getting too hot because they don't pull that much current. However, they actually have proper crimp terminals on their beds and their power input, not tinned wires on stuff carrying the main load of the printer. Take that, Creality. About to like start a fight over in China. They're just like, just show them this, be like, ha. Tim the expert says that you don't know how to terminate your wires properly. That would be hilarious. All right, we're just gonna like tuck all this in here. There's no fans to worry about. Oh wait, almost screwed up here. Need to mount the screen. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what will happen if you have tinned wires. It will burn. Eventually, as time goes on and those heat up. Don't tempt me. Our fulfillment service we use for our merch definitely has swimsuits, and they also have full print yoga pants, so you could have your booty covered in our logo. And like I could design like a pattern print. I mean, if that sounds nice to you, I can make it happen. Tor, I don't want to hear you talking about Rat's Nest. I've seen your printers that you built. I'm just saying. I'm mounting the LCD screen if you guys want to see. It's super exciting. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Is that really? Uh, this is weird. I don't know if I like this. I feel like they definitely should have had this screwed. Why did you guys spend money on magnets? You guys will cut costs other places, but like, why? I don't get it. Okay. I definitely thought there was gonna be screws on the back. Can you do a hat like the one you have on with the non-gangster bill? I do have. I thought we have them. Oh, you know what? I gotta add them back because so here's what happened. We had they call that the dad hat. But the issue was they discontinued that particular hat, and I never got around to actually making it back into the shop. So I will do that when we're off stream. All right, so I'm just connecting these. You got your J3 and your regular one. This is definitely not wireless. But you know what? It's better than a freaking touchscreen, I'll tell you that right now. I hate the touchscreens. Like, Duet is the only one that has a decent touchscreen. All these other Chinese printers, like, they just want to put a touchscreen on so that people that don't know any better will see that it's a touchscreen and then get excited because they think it's better because, well, my phone's a touchscreen. So obviously things with touchscreens are good. Well, unless you have an iPhone, then maybe they won't be thinking that. And these cables are labeled at both ends, which I appreciate. That's what I appreciate about you, ain't it? Is that what you appreciate about me, Tim? Oh, also, I posted this in the our Facebook group, and I meant to send out like a marketing email. Our current website, now you guys know we have benchies, which are rewards points for discounts off of stuff. So the more money you spend, the more money gets taken off of future purchases. It's basically like right now, it's like a 1% cash back on our site. Except it's not actually cash, like they, legal disclaimer here, they have no cash value. However, they can be redeemed for discounts in the shop. So actual money off your orders. But if you leave a review on a product, you can earn 100 benchies, and you will earn 100 benchies when you get a review approved. And it's only for stuff that people actually bought. And our system does verify if you actually bought what you're actually reviewing. So if you didn't buy a product and try to review it, it's not gonna show verified, and we manually check those. So I won't publish it unless people actually bought it from us or verify that we bought it. So, but yeah, you can earn, it's basically $1 off. So every review you leave, you can get $1 off future purchase. All right, I'm just putting these 4 screws back on here, and I think we're about ready to power up. This wasn't too bad. It's like an hour, a little over an hour. I mean, I yacked for about 15-20 minutes, so. All right, last screw. All right. Yeah, I don't think the system will actually like. It's not going to show that you're verified because you got stuff directly from us. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna put. I mean, I guess I'm gonna use these little sticky things because they like didn't give me anything else. So if you guys have ever used these, go ahead and change that angle here. The angle of the dangle. The only thing is this camera's not very heavy, so what happens is this arm just likes to pull it up. Trying to lock it in place here. So all I'm gonna do is peel the backing off here. And I'm gonna put this on the center. I like these. I used some of these in the shop when we were running our Ethernet cable on the steel. I did not feel like drilling in the wall. So, alright. Go ahead, that's secure, and I think they gave me one other. Did they give me one more? I thought they gave me one more. Did they only give me one? You guys kidding me? I mean, I can't do anything with this. Like, there's no screws to mount these to the extrusion at all. So I was hoping that... Oh, I was like, where's my dog? She's not under my desk. I had a little mini panic attack there. Okay, well, there goes that idea. I mean, these would work great if they actually gave us screws. Yeah, let me just casually tap a hole in the frame. Just NBD. I'm finding that I don't have very many M4 screws. And I don't have one of my awesome screw assortments handy. But that's okay. Alright, well, I'm going to cheat here a little bit and use my own T-nuts. The screws I fell out of power supply are mounting the power supply right now. Oh, come on, T-nut. Rotate. It's not rotating. Dang it, Bobby. Come on. Why is this not rotating in here? No! Oh my god, this is frustrating. I bet you do got some sausage to roast, Tor. Ha! It was the nut. Alright. Well, I'm going to take this off then. And actually, I just got an idea. You guys will get to see my genius at work. Which only people like Aaron have had the privilege to witness. Alright. Now, when I was talking about the hot end and the lack of strain relief, bam, strain relief. Huzzah! Oh, okay. I mounted that a little too high. Let me move that down a little bit. Let's make sure that even at the lowest point we can address all the travel. Yeah, we should be good. All right. Looks like we're already set to 110. I have a Landy here and I have the other one. They may test similar, but if you look at the caps, they're much lower quality caps, so I would still rate the Landy higher in terms of reliability. Because they're not using like the Landys are using like Chong-X caps, which are like your cheap Chinese ones. Whereas you'll see Rubicons and Nichicons in the Meanwells. It's definitely not made by Meanwell. Meanwell would have, if it was made by Meanwell, it would say it on the PCB, and I've torn apart the Landy, and it does not say Meanwell on the PCB. It's a completely different circuit board on the inside. Alright, so I'm just taking all the static stuff off here. Looks like there's a coating on the bed. This is not a build sheet. This is what comes on. This is like pre-machining. No, I hate glass. Well, let's see how it works. Well, I mean, I know how it's going to work, but let's get the full Anet experience here. Okay, all in all, once I clean up the wiring, like back here, not a very, not a bad looking machine. All right, let's see. Oh, we have smoke. Just kidding. Alright, the fan just kicked on. Where's their SD? So, nothing special on the LCD, just 3D printer ready. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to cable manage this. Always shut your power off when you're plugging and replugging your steppers. I'm just moving these so they're out of the way. Okay, that's hitting there. Tension's a little sloppy, but they do have a tensioner on here. So, that's nice. Yeah, I don't trust. I mean, okay, here's the thing. The Landy power supply may be like better than these, but it's still not a Meanwell. You know, it's just, it's one of those things that, yeah, you might be okay using it for a little while, but I just don't like running the risk of when it does go, it breaks other things or could damage my property. Just not something that's worth me saving 40 bucks on. So, because I think that's where we're at, like 40 or 50 bucks. Either way, 40 is the most you should ever pay for a Meanwell. I don't think we usually stay around like 45 to 50, depending on how much it is, because we do get hit with tariffs. Alright, I just put the SD card in. I hit initialize SD card, print from SD card, so they have test file G-code. I'm really disappointed that they don't have the Shia LaBeouf on here. Alright, so I'm going to preheat PLA. And now's the point where we just kind of wait and see how things play out. And then we're going to do a test print. I just realized I have a spool holder, but no way to mount the spool. Unless I missed a bag. I mean, hang on, I got one screw here, actually. One screw and a T-nut. Oh, I've got 3 screws and a T-nut. Why do I have 3? If there was 4 that it came with, that would make sense about the little loom mounts, but nope, nope. Finger condoms. Actually, I don't want the dog eating these. Where is the dog? Oh, she's under Aaron's desk now. Okay, so we do have a spool holder. I'm assuming it's going to go on top. I actually didn't pay attention in the pictures where they had it mounted, so let's see where they had it. Had it mounted. Okay, it's just up top. So it's heating. The bed's only at 33, so it's pretty slow. It's probably why the wires are on the thinner side. I think they're maybe 18 gauge. But there's 2 of them, so 2 18 gauge wires feeding the bed power. Hey TiVo, take note. Even though this is really crappily printed, they actually give you a spool holder with the printer. Just saying. Oh, I was right. There was actually. They did give me 2 of these little pads. Yeah, whatever. But they only gave me 1 extra screw and T-nut. There should really be at least 2. I don't see any other ones here or on the floor. Alright, well I got a partial roll of this white that I was printing my blind parts in. The hot end's at 200. Yeah, it has a layer fan, so automatically it's better. The hell? Oh, you like push on this. Oh, okay, this is not a good design. Like, I do not like this lever setup they have here. Because I almost just touched the heat block there. I'll move the axes. Alright, let's home. It's not gonna home until it's done pushing the film out, but we have filament coming out of it, so that's good. It's progress. This is vibrating something fierce. Yeah, that Z end stop needs to come down because these bolts aren't that long. Just go ahead and shut that off. I'm gonna compress the springs a bit. The Y carriage is actually one piece now. It's not sheet metal, so that's good. But yeah, this Z end stop switch needs to go down quite a bit. Okay, I'm gonna put it like right here. That noise is the motor backfeeding their current into the other motor. Let's level our gantry. Oh god, yeah. Why, Anet? Why? This printer could use some easy level stickers. I'll tell you what. Alright, well, let's preheat this. Yeah, look at the screen just falling off as I'm trying to use it. Question is, do I have like a level corners option in here? Of course not. That would be asking too much. Alright, I'm going to use their safety warning card. Or actually, I'm just going to use this to level it. Oh, God. Just remember, I am the oracle of auto bed leveling. And this displeases the oracle. And now we're too tight over here. Oh, hey. Bed seems like it might be flat. Alright, I got pyramid, FU, figure, chess. You know what? I'm going to print the chess piece because I'm pretty sure this is the first print I did on my Anet A8, which is sitting up on my shelf. It only seems appropriate. Alright, well now we can chat and BS. Yeah, we're gonna put ABL on this. This will be supported. Just give me a week or less. So everybody, come on, let's be chatty. Engage. I also just realized this is hitting the XN step switch. Yeah, we'll deal with that once it's done printing. Hey, it's printing. This is literally the same G code from the Anet A8. Alright, so now this is printing, we can chat. What do you guys want to chat about? This is definitely the same exact G code that they ship on the A8. I remember this print. I'm spoiled by my Ender with the Easy Board though, because this is so loud. Yeah, that's why it's off center, because you got 220. Like, this is the Anet A8's bed. So it would be centered on the Anet A8. I mean, the same G code will work. There's no reason it wouldn't. You can pull the pins file from our firmware. It's the RAMS one ending in underscore CR10S. All the pin definitions for the dual board are in there. I have a 40 watt, I got a K40. Layer fan kicked on. What are your thoughts on build complexity? Okay, here's the thing. I like, now these rails, I would have gone a little bigger, but I do actually like the linear rods and this design. I do like this i3 style design, to be completely honest with you guys. X5S, I would not recommend the Tronxies, and they're still non-compliant. So in addition to them just being really bad, I'd buy an Anet over buying a Tronxy. I'm gonna kick the print speed up a little on this. Um, we have another 50 easy boards already on the way that shipped. We have tracking on them. And then, so hopefully those will be here this week. And then we have another 200 in fabrication right now. Yeah, I mean, I can supply my own magic smoke. But honestly, guys, this printer shows me that Anet did learn from the mistakes of the A8. It's loud. The fan in the power supply is loud. The steppers are loud. The lower fan's loud. Which I mean, loud as in it's a printer. It's the normal noise of like a CR10. I do like the blower fans, the 5015 blower fans, even though this one probably isn't going to last very long. I still prefer them over the littler ones that Creality uses. This versus CR10S, that's hard to say. I'd have to spend more time with this machine. You've got 3 steppers for Z, run 2, 1 off. In Marlin, there's an option to basically, on the firmware side, duplicate the steps being sent to a stepper driver. So you'd obviously have to use the same driver for both, but there is an option in Marlin to do that. I'm gonna have to like hold this down, but I'll show you guys. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if you guys are looking for, like the easy out won't be supported on this. I could design a board like the easy out to support this, but definitely our easy ABL is going on this. But I need to spend more time with it. You like that close-up cam? Yeah, there's stuff on the back. This is an ELP camera with a manual lens. Enhance. This is also on a folding table, which is why it's shaking quite a bit. I think this camera was like $60. So not bad at all for what it does. It's only 1080p 30 though. There's a configuration line in Marlin that sets your max heater temp. That's where you would change it. It's going to be your configuration.h if you're using standard Marlin. If you're using our firmware, it's going to be in the configuration underscore backend.h. Now, I am running this at 125% speed. Anybody here have a Prusa and you guys get like, it's not salmon skin, but just like this weird pattern on it? Because our MK3S here has that. And I've noticed it on a lot of other Prusa prints I've seen it, like Murph and stuff. And like, why aren't people complaining about that? Because my Enders don't have that. I don't know if Aaron's listening, but I can have him bring in a a print that was done on the Prusa. Let me call him.
Yes, sir.
Hey, can you bring one of the Prusa prints in? I'm discussing with chat to see if they have the same issues with that like weird effect on the side of the prints.
I don't even know if I have one.
Okay, well, see if you can find one. We had a bunch of I think ABL cases, or have one of the other guys find one.
They won't know what they're looking for. Yeah, just give me a minute.
That's fine, no rush.
Alright.
Thank you. This like crossbeam is right in my face. It's on the walls, not the top layer. So yeah, the piece it's printing, I'm gonna grab the one I printed on my Anet. So I believe that this is what it's printing, this little chest piece. It looks like it. But this is the first print off my Anet A8 when I first got it here. So I'm assuming that this is what it is because it looks like the same G code. This is the very first print I ever did. You can even see some of the masking tape still stuck to it. So this is the first print off my Anet A8. Well, my point is, they're very expensive printers, and my Enders that are like $200 don't have the same problem. It's not terrible, like, it's usable, but for a machine like that, I'm surprised it has those problems. While we're sitting here waiting for this to print, make sure you guys hit subscribe if you want to be noticed, if you want to be notified for more live streams in the future, and also hit the like button, because YouTube likes that, I'm told. I think what I don't know if I should I like just let this stream and then come back? Because this has probably got this is 14 minutes already. And I'd actually like this to finish just because I want to compare it to the print quality of, oh no, it went under the bed. Oh god. Compared to the print quality of the Anet A8, the black on the top was paint. I tried like filling the letters in and then sanding it off. The frame seems solid. This is their standard A8 carriage. I don't like that this is plastic on the extruder, but I mean, it works. It's going to work better than Creality's. Like, they actually have a tension adjustment. But this printer is going to end up going into the farm. Just put it back there. Alright. So we got some ABL case. And like I said, it's not terrible. But my other machines don't have this issue. Like, do you guys see this? Like, it doesn't look bad from like certain angles, but you can see the pattern. And someone's calling my work line. Like you can see the extrusion, it's not super consistent. Okay, so how do I fix that issue then? Because that's really annoying and really disappointing. Because that machine was, it was the kit, and we actually got it from Aaron because he had a couple of them. And I was like, cool, let's put them in the farm. I don't know why people aren't complaining that much about it. Because if I I did spend a lot of money on that printer, but come on, like my Ender 3 prints clear. Okay, here for comparison. Here's a print off my Ender 3 running my Easy Board. Oh, it's hard to focus on the white. Like, oh god, focus. Probably not the best to show on the white. And this was testing linear advance, like, literally printed this last night. And this is an 80mm second print on an Ender 3 with the Easy Board. So the one I just showed you is actually with linear advance on, and I just took one off the bed that had it off because I'm doing a video on linear advance, so we're going to go over the differences. I'm going to put that back on there so I remember which one is which. I'm reading that inconsistent extrusion right now. I need to move chat to a different window here. $1,200 comments. This has been going on since April. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this looks it. This looks exactly like it. I mean, like when your $250 Ender is printing better than a $750 kit. I have linear advance working on the TMCs for our Easy Board. The 2209 seem to have issues, which is one more reason I'm glad I didn't go with the 2209s. Take it easy, Jim. Wait, is Jim leaving? Brian's taking off. Oh, later, Brian. I was confused. Thanks for dropping by. Hang on one second. Oh, okay. Okay. Not a problem. Here, can you take this box and just throw them out of the garage? They're garbage. Okay. So those of you that, just so people can't say I'm like skewing things or something, I don't know. People are weird. Here, this just came off of our Prusa. Okay, got our MK3. Okay, these 4 cases just came off of the Prusa. And you can see they all have that pattern on the side. Now, like I said, it's not terrible, but it bothers me that my cheaper printers do not have this issue. Like, all of them have it. Here, you can take this back out there. Thank you, Thomas. Just shut the door so she stays in here. Thank you. It's reduced by loosening the Bondtech gears. Yeah, I'm looking through this, but my point is like, I don't know. I'm not thoroughly impressed by the Prusa. Everybody hypes them up, but I was underwhelmed. We had issues with the drivers overheating, and we fixed that by turning off stealth chop so it's louder. Which whatever, it's in the farm. But I was really expecting a very very like smooth experience with it, and I did not get that with it. Clara is leaning her head on my foot. It's adorable. What's up, Matt? I'm just gonna mute my mic so you guys don't hear this printer running when I'm not talking. I put on some music from the EXO Music Library, just in the background to soothe you guys as we sit here and chat. Yeah, so that's the thing. It has been a reliable machine. Don't take that the wrong way. It has been working. The problem is that when I spend, $750 on a kit, which Aaron actually built, and I went through it to make sure that nothing was built incorrectly. And it was built correctly. Like, he did a really good job on it. And that was actually one of the things I judged him on when I was hiring him, was how well did he build this kit? And he did it exactly how it was supposed to. But then I'm getting these prints off of it, and it's like, seriously? Like, I would expect this out of an Anet, okay? Which I don't think this is really going to have that problem, because I didn't see it on my Anet when I first got it. But the problem is, it's a higher end machine. It's touted as this amazing thing, and everybody's on Prusa's dick in the community that really likes them. Like, it's disappointing. So I was like, cool. I was hyped. Aaron had one for sale. He had like 4 hours of print time on it. And I was like, cool. You know what? I'm going to buy it. I could buy 3 Ender 3s for the same price, but you know what? I want to try it out. And then, yeah. So I was extremely underwhelmed by it. Their support took 3 days to get back to me. So any of you guys that complain about our support taking a couple hours to get back to you, I don't know what to tell you. All these other companies in this space take days to get back to you. We're almost always same day response. So yeah, I'm not buying it that it's a filament. Maybe the gears, but eh. I really need my keyboard because I need to type something, but I don't know where my keyboard is. Yeah, they can suck it. I'll use whatever filament I want. I'm pretty sure it happened with the same filament, because the printer's printing the same exact filament. Don't have this issue. It's only the Prusa.
So bright could be so easy to choose. It's like the day never left for night.
I didn't like that song. Yeah, I'm just reading through this, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm reading through this GitHub thread here from April. Yeah, the funny thing is, there's a guy, I got my MK3S kit and was so excited for my first prints. Well, that didn't last long. Well, let's see here. Here's our shop right now. Aaron's out there assembling some Ender 3s with some people from college that I went to a while back. Those are ones that we did the St. Louis trip in. Let's see. I got alphas right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then this is S5 we're fixing for a customer. So we're going to have them relatively soon, like as in end of the month is when we're shooting to start shipping them. So but they're getting everything done. Nick and Noah here, they're packing products right now and checking parts. And then Rachel's here working on orders. Yeah, all of our orders are recorded under camera, so if anybody tries to scam us, we can check. But yeah, there's our print farm. There's my Mr. Cool mini split. No googly eyes on that one. So, but they're just working on those, and then that's just outside our shop. Nothing special. Oh, hey, look it, the stuff fell off the nozzle. The 400 by 400 magnets, we stocked them yesterday. They should be on the site. Unless we somehow sold through all of them, but we had a decent amount. I absolutely have to agree. Obviously, I'm biased, biased because it's my product. But my Ender 3 Pro with our Easy Board prints way better than my Prusa does. We got our ABL on there. We've got the filament sensor. I mean, we have the same feature set as the Prusa at this point, and it prints better. Yeah, Blazeby 3D and RC is Tor. Tor's name is Tor Blazeby. Hence Blazeby 3D and RC. So far, I mean, here's the thing. Just on my initial build quality, the board seems like it's better designed. This is the same basic hot end setup that the original Anet had, which works, as you can see. Same no-name power supply that all these other companies use, like even Creality. For the price, this is not bad. It will get put through its paces in our print farm. I think Jim's a little behind on the stream because I just showed the alpha area. But yeah, honestly, like, you can ask other people that have our Easy board. I would put an Ender 3 with our Easy ABL, our Easy board, and our, you know, if you want filament sensor, like you were talking one-to-one comparison. So ABL, filament sensor, put our Titan clone on there, the tough extruder. I would put that thing up against a Prusa. And here's the thing, fully loaded, that's only a $600 printer, and that's full retail value on the printer and all of our parts. So for $600, you can have a printer that prints better than a Prusa. Just let that sink in. And that's including a flex plate. I could also show you guys something I've been working on with the firmware and the Easy board. If you want me, if you want me to cut away from the printer here for a sec, do you guys want to see? Yeah, they are slightly wavy on the side here, but I think one, I'm running it pretty fast. Two, this X belt, it's not terrible. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the print quality coming off this out of the box is pretty damn good. All right, so here, let me show you guys what I've been working on. Now, this is only been tested on my Ender 3, so I have the Dual Z upgrade kit on it, the Easy board, and the Easy ABL Pro. I don't think our older sensors can handle these speeds, but the Pros certainly can, and we're still maintaining 0.002 millimeters of standard deviation, which is excellent. So I'm going to show you right now. So as you guys know, probing takes a little while sometimes. So I've been playing with different speed settings and acceleration values to try to get it as fast as I can. So I'm going to show you that right now. And now for M48 test. Now the bed is cold. I can heat it if you want. It doesn't take that long. But I'll just show you a quick test here. Show you how fast these probes are. And that just pulled 0.002359. So just to show you that these new probes don't really give a shit about your heaters being on because of that awesome shielded cable. I'm going to go ahead and preheat the bed and the hot end. This Anet's still printing just fine. It's got probably about 5 more minutes. It's been going for 37 minutes so far. I will not carry BMG clones because they are not an open source design. The only reason we carry Titan clones is because, one, they work great and they're just as good as the E3Ds at half the price with all the options we give you for 40 bucks. And like I said, BMGs are not open source, so all these products that you see that are clones of the BMGs are illegal. And I'm surprised that Bondtech has not started taking legal action against the people selling them. We're at 48 on the bed right now. Almost to 60. I also don't know if you guys noticed, but my Ender 3 fan shroud has no grill on it. Last night, I got frustrated with the noise of the whine. If you cut this out, I just use the flush cutters, it gets rid of the fan whine. Even with our fans, there was still a little bit of whine. It's almost silent now. Okay, we're already at 58, so I'm going to let it sit for a sec, and then we'll start the test again. I do have a Palette 2 Pro sitting here. I don't think we'll ever make our own because there's already a lot of good options out there, and I've heard a lot of good stuff about the Palette 2. We have the Palette 2 and the Palette 2 Pro sitting in the box. When you calibrate your Pro sensor, the green light is power and red is triggered. Okay, so we're running another M48 test right now. So at the slower probing speeds, this machine was pulling 0.001, but anything under 0.01 is more than adequate to use with ABL. Anything under that is just you know, showing off, which I like to do, which is why I have some of the best probes on the market. Yeah, I saw that post you just linked, Kevin, and the thing is, they basically are denying that there's any issues. Literally, they say incorrectly assembled or broken printer. So either ours is incorrectly assembled or it's broken, which doesn't make any sense because it's not. We've taken it apart. We've taken the hot end apart multiple times. They basically took no ownership on it and basically pointed the finger back at the users. I totally forgot it was probing because the machine's so quiet, but it's 0.002656 is what it just pulled. So in the next EasyBoard firmware release, there will be a super fast probe option, and I want to be very clear that this is only on machines that are very well dialed in, and for the Enders, definitely running the dual Z upgrade. It may work fine on the single Z that it ships with, but I can't guarantee that it's going to work because this printer is my test platform for the EasyBoard. Oh, hey, the Anet just finished. All right, let's judge its print. I'm surprised that stuck to the glass. I hate glass. All right, let's see. So, decent top layer, little over extruded. But again, this is run the stock firmware. I'm sure once we get our hands on it, it'll be better. Not terrible. Not bad at all. This is the same kind of, like, if you notice on the one for my Anet A8, they both kind of have that same effect on them because it's the same G code. So I'm wondering if it's either the model. It almost looks like the model wasn't like high polygon count, if that makes sense, or something with their code, the G code. But I think if I run my own G code on here, it'll come out better. But now I have two chess pieces from both the Anet A8s I've owned, and these will go on my shelf for nostalgia's sake. But yeah, I mean, same print quality as the Anet A8. I mean, the Anet A8 wasn't a bad machine at the time. It had its flaws, don't get me wrong. Obviously I'm not gonna keep you guys on stream any longer. This was a 40-minute print. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the firmware done on this and get a probe mounted up to here. I think we might have to do a different probe mount because they changed how the fan attaches on the left here. Because before we had it, the OEM mount slides between the fan and the extruder, and they've modified this mount a little bit. So this isn't the same mount as the Anet 8. It's very similar, but it's not the same. But I'm going to probably put a probe right here between the 50 millimeter and the 40. And then get this printer supported in our Unified and get it flashed. Now, I'm going to go ahead and... I don't know if I should unplug the thermal... Oh, it's all tidied up in there. So here's the thing. Their firmware source code says it has thermal runaway protection. Like, it's showing as enabled. I definitely can also, like, smoothen this bed up because it's not super smooth. I think it more has to do with the belt. They're still using the cheap plasticky belts. They feel better than the ones that they were using on the Anet A8s, which were like shiny. But I definitely feel some resistance here on this one. The X is perfectly smooth. I also might have tensioned this a little too high. Let me back that off a bit and see if it's any better. Could also just be a slight misalignment with the belt itself on the tensioner. It's about the same. But the rails themselves feel good. I can only really do a video on the I can only really do... I need to move this. I'm going to move this printer now, since we're done. It's a heavy sucker. But I can only really comment... We only have the Palette 2 and the Palette 2 Plus, which I ordered some rep boxes so I can play with those easier. And then... I should probably turn this off. This is still heated. So that's definitely something I'm going to do videos on. That's one of the reasons we got them, other than playing with them. And then, yeah. Right now, I mean, for the price, bang for the buck, not bad, to be completely honest. I need to spend more time with this. I need to get our firmware on it. Obviously, do an ABL. But it prints like my Anet A8 did when it was stock. So, yeah. that's about it. I'm pretty impressed with that. I do have another video coming out on our automated blinds, which I'll show you really quick right here. This is gonna be a little video I'm gonna do. Hey Google, close the blinds.
You got it. Closing Kim's office blind 1.
So you can see here they're rolling down. So there's a 3D printed part. Yeah, it's not wanting to focus. Or the exposure's all screwed up. But this is just running a little stepper motor with an ESP board. And there's a bunch of printed parts up here in the corner that are driving it. So yeah, and it's very quiet. So this will be a little video. This is the kind of stuff why I bought a printer, was to do this kind of stuff, was electronics projects. And you see here, it's actually going to decelerate as it gets to the end. And then there we go. And I could also tell it, hey Google, open the blinds.
Sure. Opening Kim's office blind.
And there we go. So I'm running this off my bench supply right now, but I have 8-volt DC adapters because I'm running these on 8 volts. The stepper motors are actually rated for 5. I'm not really concerned about burning them out because they're only being run for, you know, like 15 seconds that it takes to run the blind up and down. So they just run a little warm. And then the ESP boards can actually handle up to a 10-volt input. So yeah, that's another video that's in the works. I have 2 other windows to do. The one that's right here, and then there's another one over here. So I'm going to put this one up, and then I'm going to do this one and record us installing that one. I can open them partway through my home automation system, but Google right now with this setup doesn't support like positions. But my automation system, so this talks to Home Assistant, and then Home Assistant talks to Google Home. We've already updated we've been constantly updating the firmware for the Easy Board. We just pushed an update literally last night, so I don't know how many more updates you guys want. And the goal is not to push out as many updates as we possibly can. The goal is to have it working correctly. And if that means staying on an older version of Marlin 2, their bug fix, because Marlin 2 is not even finalized yet. Like that doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, as long as it's working, that's obviously the point. I don't want to be pushing out every time they make one, make an update, and then just push out to you guys blindly. Like this machine is here to run the new test firmwares to make sure that they actually work correctly before I ship them out to you guys. But literally pushed an update last night, so I'm not sure why you asked that question, because it seems like you're asking like we never updated, but we do quite a bit of work on that firmware. Yeah, I can post a follow-up video to this if you guys really want. I'm definitely going to do some upgrades to it. Definitely our ABL system and the firmware. And then I'm going to see what other stuff people have already done on Thingiverse for this machine, but it's very similar to the Anet A8 in terms of the hot end setup. All our EasyBoard stuff, if you go to the product page, there's a link to the installation documentation and the firmware. It's all on one page. It's very easy to find if you look. So, but that's about it. I need to eat something. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Right now, I mean, my initial thoughts are for the money and the build volume, it's a decent machine. Obviously, what we do here is if we have something that's completely terrible and it's not just like a wear and tear issue with a machine that we've reviewed, we will do a follow-up video. The only one we haven't really done any follow-up on was a TiVo Tarantula, which I disassembled because I didn't feel like I didn't have time to put a layer fan on it, and that was one of my complaints. But the new TiVo Tarantula Pro is sitting right there. We just designed a easy ABL mount for it. that'll be coming. So you should see the A8 Plus coming soon, and the TiVo Tarantula Pro. The Tarantula Pro is going to get easy ABL support and easy out filament sensor support, and then the A8 Plus will get easy ABL support. And I would have to design another board for the Anet machines to get the filament sensor on there, which I could do. I just don't know if there's a huge demand for it. Anet's kind of lost their popularity, but I could do a small run. I already got the parts to do it. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this stream up. If you guys like this, can't talk today apparently. If you guys like the stream, you guys enjoyed hanging out. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. This is kind of my break. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out in chat, asking us questions, and just BSing in general. Like I said, right now, decent machine. I like the changes they made, and they're definitely actually taking feedback. They're GPL compliant now, so I have no problem showing their stuff off on our channel here and playing with them and purchasing them. We do have a shop. We have over 130 different products. We carry pretty much every part you could possibly need for your printers. Fans, hot ends, extruders, motors, easy mats, flex plate systems. Our Easy Flex system works just as well as some of the other higher priced versions like Wham Bam, and they're half the price. So make sure you guys check that out. If you're thinking about picking up an ABL kit, you can use the code BETTERABL for 10% off any of our Easy ABL Pro kits. And then we also have a reward system. So every time you spend money with us, you guys get points, which you can redeem for discounts on your products. Also, when you guys leave reviews on products, which are very helpful for us, you also get 100 benchies, which is equivalent to about $1 in our shop. So you get discounts by providing reviews through the rewards points. I just added that on and started publicizing that yesterday. Because we need more reviews, and I need to entice you guys to take the time. I understand it's kind of a pain, but it does help us out a lot. Product reviews on our actual product pages, and also like on Facebook, that kind of stuff. So anyways, Clara, do you want to go outside? You want to go see Blue? She's like, no, I just want to sleep. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up, and I appreciate you guys all hanging out, and I hope you had a good time. And as always, happy printing.